why is it that the power of the greatness of the death of Bonnie Annika is fun in a husband, but not in the great dead Bonnie Annika? Because I haywired I haywired their bionics and their soul. So when you reconstruct their soul and bionics, it's like wired, haywired. It's built that way. So it's like figuring out my death enough to baby and coddle them, harnessing it, while I figure out the rest of it for myself. I was really upset because my death went too far and God's didn't even know how to fix me, and yet kept pushing and pushing my death to do things. So like, really, really angry at the fact that God's may have had the temptation to overwhelm and try to break my death to get away with it too in secret. So that's going to be a lot of overkill into Michael Patterson's wife, Joanna, the United States Dubai people that did this to me. So now when gods get busted for doing the unthinkable against the death of God and more, it gets shoved up the United States and Dubai's carcasses and souls. And you get to watch them walk around with unlimited death of gods and shit for doing the unthinkable against the great dead Bonnie Annika. Paybacks are scary and sickening. You know, it's very tempting to bash my death in. I'm a dictating bitch, God. It's very tempting to hurt my death. I'm a micromanaging bitch, God. But this is why gods get fancy titles and angels get amazing titles, because they don't fucking do it, or they lose everything and have to die like it's nothing. And Michael Patterson's wife and Joanna, the United States and Dubai, they knew that. They knew that and convinced gods to do the unthinkable against me, because they didn't want to die forever alone, because they had a gross problem murdering God and more. So in Sodom and Gomorrah, would they have kept raping or murdering angels once they were busted? Probably. They probably would have kept murdering angels if they were busted, but the gods did not allow it. So Sodom and Gomorrah raped 3 angels. That's what brought the fire, rain, and their death and destruction upon them. Would they have started raping to death or violently butchering angels when they're dead and gone, and they can see that fire, rain coming after them? Yes, they would. So this is kind of sad, scary shit, where a bunch of gods were guilty and told the United States inside information that helped the United States to get real gross or disgusting against everything when they were going down. So this is what happens when you have inside information and you can murder some angels and more to say fuck you, because you're Sodom and Gomorrah that's going to die forever anyway. But sadly, if they had murdered angels, they have to die for all that. Massacred angels, they'd have to die for all that. Raped to death angels, they'd have to die for that. So then also, they wouldn't just be the rape of angels. Now they'd be the rape, murder, massacre, and more of angels, and die so much sickeningly out of control, worse forever. So I mean, it's all on how you see it. It's sad that people would ever be tempted to do what nobody should do. But like, this is just how you throw them all into the trash bin, because you don't never allow things to live that would murder, and you know, it's just how life goes. Now, a lot of you feel bad because like a serial killer could try to make more right than wrong, but a god has to be so perfect or die and rotten death. Yeah, it is scary stuff. Could they have done anything and make it? You have to go through my queen, my queen, my queen. Like, none of this stuff is stuff you guys would want to talk about. You'd want to talk about how good people can make it. You'd want to talk about how amazing people will make it. You want to talk about how my queen, my queen, my queen, stay up close to all these good gods and know that we're going to make it. And oh, let's go to my queen, my queen, my queen, and see this island of gods and know one day we're going to make it. And you don't want to be around bad, dead people things of the murder of God magnitude, gross, dead forever proportions. So it's best to never think about it. But If you ever end up near these people, trust me, it's so sickening and so scary. There's no way you wouldn't know.